Hey, anyone got the license number of that season 7 that's coming around? Oh, hey, look, it's right here, season 7. Hi. Hello, everyone. Oh, look, it's right here in front of me. It's right here. Season 7, just around the corner. And you know what time it is? It's time for another seasonal guide. Welcome, everyone. Hope you guys are having a good time. Hope you guys are well. I'd like to welcome you to another season transition patch notes. These are the last patch notes of the season. I kind of was wrong last week, but don't worry about that. I changed it. Now we're on the official last patch of the season. There's a lot of stuff to go over. First things first, we have the entirety of season 7. Second, we have the date changes, which we have to talk about as well. Number 3, we have what to expect. Number 4, hype. And number 5, aura. That's right, they're 2 separate rules. So, may I welcome you to Season 7. Now, what are we going to be doing today? It's very simple. We have 2 patches. That's right, 2 patches. We actually have, well, 1 patch, but we have the December 24th patch, which is the last patch of the season. And then we have obviously the Season 7 guide, which is to give you I'm just going to quickly do a little... Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. So, if you are familiar with how seasonal transitions go, you're not really going to be getting anything different. As in, everything's pretty much the same with only a few minor differences. But if you are not familiar with how this works, as in maybe Season 6 is your first season, or you never really paid attention to when the seasons transition from like 3 to 4, 4 to 5, or 5 to 6, and 6 to 7, then you'll never know, right? So that's what I'm here for. We're going to be going through everything, and then also we'll be going through the actual patch as well. Like, this is the actual patch update. But for the first part, for when people are clicking on the to join in, this will be the first thing we'll be talking about. So what is the Season 7 guide? Well, as you can see here, we have actually a little bit of a I always forget what these things are. A context menu, whatever they are. I don't remember. It's like a guide. Here, well, not a guide. Here are all the brackets that we have, pretty much. I don't remember what the word is called. They're used at the beginning of books. Of course I don't know, because I don't read books. Anyway. We have guide on Season 7. We have the first thing, which is the Seasonal 6 Ego Shards. We have the main story and Battle Pass updates. We have the packages. Ooh. We have the identity level cap and luxcavation changes. Bookmarks, indexes. I think it's called indexes. But yeah, we have the Season 7 extractions. We have the Season 7 dispenser. And we have the Mirror Dungeon 7 preview. So, wasting no one's time, except my own. But it's not even a waste of my time. Also, we have a lovely I love how HD this Ryoshu is. Such a nice looking Ryoshu. Anyway, let's start, shall we? Greetings, dear manager. Season 7 will commence on December 31st, 2025 at 12 p.m. KST. The notice will provide additional information on the Seasonal 7 and its new or adjusted systems. Please note that contents are subject to change, or blah, 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 blah. Yes, it is called the index. Wow, I just had to read. So here's the indexes. Obviously, we already know. First things first is the Season 6 Ego Shard carryover. When a new season begins, half of the previous season's Ego Shards will be carried over, rounded up. The carryover rates for unconverted Ego Shards from multiple seasons past will be halved for each following season. The remaining shards are converted into thread. Ego crates, both random and the nominal, will be carried over in the same way. As per the information above, half of your currencies listed below will be converted to Season 7. Season 6 Ego Shards. Season 6 Uptie and Thread Spin only shards. Universal. That is new for this. Season 6 Ego Shards. And Season 6 Nominal Ego Crates. The carryover of the currencies to Season 7 will automatically occur when you first log in to the game. A pop-up will show how much the previous season's Ego Shards or relevant currency you owned and how they have been converted. Previous season identity Ego Shards that are still in the mailbox or in the Lost and Found will also be carried over when they are claimed. Carryover to Season 7 will occur as soon as they are claimed, and currencies that were not carried over will be converted to thread-related currencies. If Season 5 currencies obtainable from the RR5 is claimed in Season 7, a fourth of that currency will be carried over to Season 7, rounded up. Currencies that were not carried over will be converted to thread-related currencies. Now, as you can see here, guys, we have the visual of the shards being halved. So as you can see here, we have 400 Gregor shards turning to 200, and we have 5 Yisung shards turning into 3 because it rounds up. Now, the most important thing to be aware of are these two things. Number one are the new implementation of the universal shards, which I don't think will mostly be a problem, because it's just universal shards. Universal shards are the exact same thing as normal shards, right? So just assume that. But the big thing is going to be this line 5 claimage. So because we're in a unique situation where line 5 is 2 seasons ago, because you got to remember, right? We had this season and then last season, right? So it's about to be 2 seasons worth of a railway. And the reason that it's 1/4 is because Season 5 into Season 6 into Season 7, it's essentially the equivalent of getting halved twice, right? So yes, if you haven't claimed your... But here's the most important part. You don't lose anything. So if you have not done any Railway 5, or if you've not claimed any specific rewards in regards to anything, everything will be automatically deducted. Railway 1 is Season 6. So, also, I don't think you get any shards for Railways 1. Maybe you do. Do you get shards for Railway 1? I don't remember. Anyway, Railway 1, Bokgak is Season 6, so that's just the standard things. The only things that are changing are the Sinner shards, the Sinner uptie only threads and shards, the Ego crates, and the nominal crates. So that's pretty much it. TLDR, when you load into the game, this is going to be the first thing you see. Then, is it staying or being changed? Line 1 Bokgak is staying. The Bokgak is permanent content, so you do not have to worry about that. That is also the reason why the rewards that are given in the Railway Bokgak are not seasonal shards. The rewards are not seasonal in the Railway Bokgak. The rewards for the Bokgak are thread, uptie module, and level tickets. And obviously pools, right? So they are not affected by the seasonal changes. My personal opinion for you guys, yes. So does this mean I should use my crates? Yes. I'm going to tell you this. I think the best thing that you could do for this seasonal 6 change, and I do this for everything, is spend all of your shards, all of your crates, and all of your shards, right, to get all of the seasonal 6 stuff that you want, or all the stuff that you're maybe possibly going to miss out on. Most important, I would argue, is Lord of Honglu. That's number 1. Okay? Number 2, Malfaust. I think it's pretty simple why. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. Anyway, Lord of Honglu. He's the number 1 pick. After that, you can pick Malfaust, Prince Mersault, Lei Heng Mersault, so Capo Salt. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And maybe Dayu. Now you might be saying, like, why? Why should I pick? Why pick these characters in specific? The reason I say is because, excuse me. Lord Honglu is the most important character of season 6 because he is the Lord, right? So you are still able, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but you're still able to extract Haisho from the pull system, like RNG system, right? You could still RNG Haisho. The thing that you can't really RNG is Lord Honglu. So, yeah, that's going to be a thing. I only need Princess Rodion and Kurokami Heathcliff. I should keep boxes. Yes, if you're well, if you're trying to spend something next season, then save your boxes, right? That's pretty much it. But if you're trying to if you're trying to make, if you're going to start from zero, start from fresh, just spend everything unless you're wanting something specific, at the start of next season. That is going to be that. Now we move on to the next part. Here we have the gradual main story and battle pass updates. Chapter 9 of the main story and the Season 7 battle pass will be updated in 3 parts like per usual. The first obviously will be on the 31st, which is New Year's, right? We have part 1, and we also have the first part of the battle pass rewards. This will contain 1 ego. Then we have on the 8th of January, we have part 2, which will also have the second half of the rewards, which I think should also include the second ego. And then on the 15th, we have the final part of the main story, which will be the rest of the battle pass, which will be the 2 ego and, yeah, the 2 final ego. Assuming that it's still 4 ego. I'm still assuming that it's 4, we don't know. After that, the battle pass works as per usual. The levels, oh, by the way, any levels that you get while you are in this tier are still accumulated. And also, yes, for those of you who are unaware, the battle pass and main story updates are weekly. They are not fortnightly. As in, the main canto will stretch over the course of 3 weeks, including the battle pass. Once those 3 weeks are done, and there you go. I don't understand why going back to 0 4 is beneficial. Well, if you're gonna lose out access to Season 6 sharding. So it's better you just get your Seasonal 6 stuff, because that's shards you won't be able to grab, IDs you won't be able to guarantee in the pool. You'd have to gamble for them. If you don't care about that, then, well, you don't have to worry about that. But yes, so the story will be in 3 separate weeks. The ego will also be split into 3 separate weeks. The battle pass will be 3 separate weeks. If you get to level 20 in 1 day, which, by the way, you can very easily get to level 20 in 1 day, the levels that you accumulate after that will simply be added on to the next part. So, that is very simple, but we do have the official dates for the chapter. So chapter 9 will be a week later, 1 week after, and then 1 week after. Once we hit this, that's pretty much it for the content. Well, the C9 at least. That's the major part of that C9. As said here, accumulated pass levels are continuously tracked regardless of gradual updates. When the subsequent updates unlock the rewards for higher pass levels, you can claim them up to your accumulated pass level. Max pass level rewards earned for leveling up past the level are also kept track of even when they are not unlocked. And you can claim the accumulated Season 7 charge and crates once they are made available. When is this update? In... Well, not this specific update, but this is the Season 7, so this will be on the 1st. This will be on the 31st of December. Chapter 9 stage progression rewards and max levels will also become available. Yes, so if you didn't know, well, each Kanto part has a bunch of lunacy accumulated with it for the extra conditional fulfilled. If you complete the extra conditionals, you can claim them. However, you cannot claim the lunacy rewards until after the final part of the Kanto / battle pass. So on January 15th, when the final part of the Kanto is out, then you are able to claim all of your juicy extra lunacy. This part is very simple. This part has not changed. This is the exact same way it has been for every other season. Weekly updates, weekly battle pass updates, and once part 3 comes out, it's assumed like everything like normal. Now, there is a slight difference. because it is Quimis and New Year's. Okay? Gradual main story and battle pass updates. Notice the scheduled update date change and a weekly rewards time. Now, guys, this is very important. So you have to listen, okay? This is very important. Okay? Due to New Year's, January 1st, the update will not be deployed on that day for Korea, which is Thursday. It will instead be done a single day later. 1 day earlier, okay? This is included for Christmas and for New Year's. Okay? Which means that there is one less. So it's the same time. Okay? It's the same time, but it's 1 day less. So if it's 2 p.m. for you on a Thursday, or 2 p.m. for you on a Wednesday, it'll be 2 p.m. for you on a Tuesday. Or if it's 2 p.m. for you on a Thursday, it'll be 2 p.m. for you on a Wednesday. This is both Christmas and New Year's. But for now, it's specifically referencing this Kanto 9, which will be the 31st. While Season 7 and the Season 7 Pass will be deployed on the 31st, Wednesday, the weekly mission and mirror dungeon bonus will occur at the same time as usual. That means the patch comes out before the reset happens. In order to minimize confusion, we have prepared the following chart to determine which Season Pass XP will attainable between the 25th and January 8th, via weekly missions and mirror dungeon bonuses. As you can see here. From the 25th to the 31st at 6 p.m. Korean time. Weekly missions. Clearing the weekly missions will grant you Season 6 Pass EXP. Using the bonuses will grant you extra Season 6 Pass EXP. However, once it is hit the 31st, right, so it's ticked over, weekly missions reset, and clearing the weekly missions will grant you Season 7 Pass EXP. Weekly bonus reset. No using bonuses grants extra pass for Season 7. Then, obviously, once it's become the 1st to the 8th, it is the same thing where, yes, clearing the mission rewards grants you season bonus. However, as you can see here, you do not get a weekly bonus for the first patch. You only get a weekly bonus after, right? After the 1st. Now, you might just look at me and be like, I'm more confused ever. Okay. TLDR. On the 31st, you can claim, right? The 31st comes out, the new patch is out. When you claim, you will be claiming for the Season 6. Right? This is before the 31st. Then after the 31st, you will be claiming for Season 7. However, they don't have Double Dip. This is not related to Double Dip. Double Dip is only on the Mirror Dungeon. Double Dipping is only for the Mirror Dungeon. This is not related to the Mirror Dungeon. All this is if you save your, weekly reset, if you use it early, you will get Season 6 XP. If you use it late, you'll get Season 7 XP. That's pretty much it. Now, moving on, we have the new package. With the Season 7 update, the following 2 packages will be added to the game. We have the Season 7 Commencement Lunacy pack for 1,300 Lunacy, 15,001, 11 US dollars, and 1,500 yen. That is the equivalent of buying the Season Pass. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you have any inclination to play this game, I highly recommend you get the Season Pass. Now, there is no downside for you getting the pass later or earlier. It doesn't matter. XP is the same, whether you have the pass or you don't. The only thing that you are getting is the rewards, right? You could theoretically go the entire season. Okay? You can go the entire season without spying the battle pass and have the same amount of levels as someone who does, for example, like me, right? And all it lets you do is claim the rewards. Now, do I recommend doing it? I mean, absolutely. It gives you crates. Crates are very important. That's kind of the most important thing. Not only that, but it gives you ego, which is 90% of the time accurate to whatever the Kanto is. So the WoW ego will be obviously better for Ryoshu. Whatever the secondary WoW is will be for that character. And then whatever the extra ones are. But then we have, honestly, in my personal opinion, the most controversial one, which is the Season 7 Settler supplies. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. For 99,001, 70 US dollars, or 10,000 yen, you can get yourself the Season 7 Settler supply, which is supposed to be like a boost into Season 7. You get 5,040 paid lunacy. You get 3 10 pulls. You get 80 level 4 tickets, 20 level 3 tickets, 80 thread, and 40 crates. Alright, I'm gonna be 100% with you. Unless your father is Elon Musk, you probably do not want to get this. Okay? So, here's the thing about this specific content. It would be a lot better if it gave you more thread. I'm gonna be 100% with you. The thread is the only thing that is holding this thing down. Okay? If you have donation money, if you want to support hungry children or ProjectMoon and Kim Ji-hoon, you buy this, okay? Because it's the equivalent of donations, right? Now, I'm gonna be 100% with you. If this was 250 thread, 100 level 4 tickets, 50 level 3 tickets, I might say, you know, it might be worth. But at the current moment, 80 thread only, 80 level tickets, 20 level 3 tickets. This will barely get you one level. It might not even get you a level 60, actually. It might only get level 55 and a half. I'm not sure yet. I don't know the XP calculation yet for level 60. So we'll be obviously experimenting with that when it comes out. But yeah, just save it for the battle pass. And you know what? Again, if your father is a multi-trillionaire, or your mom is a fucking OnlyFans expert, you know, and that makes 10 billion a year, well, different story. You can handle that. Now, the following are the prices for the battle pass and battle pass packages. So, here we have Limbus Pass. As per usual, it's just the normal 120 rewards, and you get the standard EX rewards at 1300 lunacy. There's also the special banner, right? Special banner, yay! For 500 more lunacy, or 400, sorry, 400 more lunacy, you can get yourself a cute little banner. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have never bought this banner except once. And I bought it because Season 6 had Z-Tune, and she was a cute baby. So unless the special banner is going to be Baby Ryoshu, looking very cute, there's probably going to be a lot less people buying it. But if you want it, it's only 400 lunacy more. Fuck it, we bought in this economy, you know what I mean? And then you have, this is to go even further beyond, where it's 2,700 lunacy, which, again, Jesus Christ. This is for if you want to combine both of them together. So obviously that's the separate package. That's the standard package. And yeah, this one is just for the banner. This one is for the battle pass. This is the combined one. What if it's Baby Leiheng? There's gonna be a lot of people dropping money on this. So, when purchased separately, the total of the Limbus Pass and package will be total at 1,300. So, it is, yeah. If you want to get the package, it's better to just buy the package than getting them separately. You are wasting 300 more paid lunacy. When purchased together, you save yourself a couple hundred. This is, again, if there is a really cool banner. There are some really cool seasonal banners that they make, right? There are some cool seasonal banners. If it interests you, again, if your dad's Elon Musk or if your mom is the best OF creator in the, North and South and Universal Hemisphere, then you can give yourself a little bit of an option. Now, we have probably one of the most important things, the EXP pack adjustment early notices. Now, with the increased identity level cap, the required EXP for identities has also been increased. In accordance with this change, the Season 7 update will also be increasing the packets, with EXP to be adjusted. More details will be shared via the December 31st scheduled update notice. We will worry about that later. Now let's move on to the identity level cap increase and luxcavation. If you have cleared the main story from Chapter 8, the max level of all your IDs will go from 55 to 60. You talk about it a lot. I've only mentioned it twice in my life, and today has been those 2 times. It's a joke, because it's very expensive. Moving on from the joke. As you can see, when you've cleared Chapter 8, which is obviously Kano 8, you get level 60. Very simple. But even better, the new XP luxcavations. Clearing a certain stage in Part 1 will unlock you some EXP luxcavations. Here we have 60 Enconfallen costs, as per usual, will now receive you 6 tickets. 6 tier 4s, 6 3s, and 6 2s. It's the devil. You get the devil. 666. And when you skip, you get 999, which is also a very good series that you should play, 999. Now you might ask, what's the normal level? I believe the normal one is 4 on everything. Let me double check. I am in the game still, so I can actually look real quick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 442, I think. Or do you not even... No, you don't even get brown tickets, I think, anymore. I don't remember. I believe it's 4-4. I don't think you get brown. So, 2 plus 2 equals 4, in case you didn't know. And the level 2 tickets are quite irrelevant, to be honest with you. The main ones you want to care about are the 6 and 6, right? It's 624? I don't remember. Is it 6? I thought it was 4. Hold on, let me look at the Limbus.gg wiki. The wiki is never wrong. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't look at my XPs anymore. That's how rich I am. Enconfallen EXP. Luxcavations. Alright, let's have a look, double checky in the bookie here. Boom, right here. Yes, you get 6 level 4 tickets, you get 2 level 3 tickets, and 4 level 2 tickets. You guys are correct. So, how much more EXP is this actually? Well, the level 3 tickets are, I think they're about 1,000 each, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the level 3 tickets are 1,000 each, right? So you from that, you get 4,000 XP. Yeah, 4,000 XP, and then the level 2 tickets are 400, so you get 4,400 XP. Because the silver tickets are, I think, 200 each. Yes. So there you go, 4,400 more EXP, which is the equivalent of 1 extra. So it's the equivalent of 1 blue ticket and almost half a yellow. This being unlocked after the first one implies there are as many fights, because the other 3 attack types kind of have the bar and jar and Valos. Great observation. I believe this is simply, well, there are different stages to this. But you are correct. So pretty much, this is more in line with Kano 7. So Kano 7 was the first one to introduce this type of rotation for the XPs. And pretty much what this is this doesn't change, right? But the slash, pierce, and blunt stages are changed. Which means that, for instance, yeah, all you need to know is that you get stuff, and there's new stuff. And there's all the total XP and stuff. We don't care about that. Anyway, XP luxcavations, again, have been separated into slash, pierce, and blunt. They open on the following days. Same thing here. All you need to care about is free lunacy. This is, you know how much free lunacy this is? This is 120 free lunacy. Amazing. Also, the more important thing is because there are thread luxcavations, but we'll get to that. Obviously, each attack has a first-time clear reward, and clearing that or skipping that will, or clearing that and skipping it will allow you to unlock the skip function. So, what is more important than XP? Let me tell you. It's thread. So, from the 1,000, from the one blue ticket and, you know, half a yellow ticket, boom! Oh my goodness gracious. 12 daily thread? Holy shit. Okay. Clearing a certain stage in Chapter 9, Part 2 will unlock Thread Luxcavation 5 for 12 thread. Bruh. I love thread. Holy shit. This is legendary, dude. Oh my goodness gracious. Holy shit. This changes the game. Okay? This changes the game. You might think, how does this change the game? It changes the fucking game. Do you know how much the game has changed? +2, if you didn't know. +2. Yeah, so if you didn't know, you get an extra +2. That's a lot, man. Hey, that's a lot. +2? That's an extra 6, baby. We take those. Now, if you skip, right? If you're a little thread skipper, we call that numbers. 20%, baby. Revolutionary. Yeah, so that's a lot. So from getting 45, I think it's like 50 something now. From 45 thread skipped, it's like 50, whatever the math is. 54, I think. So yeah, a lot more. Because you got to remember, we don't have uptype 5s yet and stuff, so, or thread spin 5. So the thread prices haven't changed for anything. So that's just more bang for your buck. We call that profit, baby. We call that profit. Do you think we'll change the Abnos? I hope so. I hope we will get some new Abnos. But it hasn't mentioned anything about new abnormalities yet. But hopefully we will get some new Abnos. Even if it's just a new rotation of Abnos, that would be nice. So, from the new thread limit to now, the Season 7 extractions. The new season identities and egos will be added to the list of extractable items. Identities and egos from previous seasons will remain in the pool and are obtained via extraction. Event IDs and egos from previous seasons cannot be obtained from extractions. However, you can obtain them from Sinnoh-specific target extractions. Okay, so what does this mean? Let me keep it simple. The Lord of Honglu is pullable in Season 7. But T-Corp Otis is not pullable in Season 7. Because T-Corp Otis was an event. Do you know who else is an event? Prince Mosalt. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Well, no, he was on a banner. No, it was, no, he's just a banner. No, Otis is pullable. event IDs. It was Sinclair. That's right. Sinclair. So, yeah, Sinclair. If you guys wanted High Show Sinclair, you're going to have to wait a little bit. Or pull on the Sinclair banner. As you can see here. No, event, ego, and identities cannot be pulled. You have to do the Sinner-specific pulling. So, remains extractable. In Season 7, you can extract anything from Seasons 1 to 6. You can also start extracting Season 6 events. Yay! Season 6 events! Well, that's being removed. But ID and Ego added are Season 7. So, yay! Season 7. Woo! The Season 6 events being removed, but now you get Season 7 stuff. Yay! All extractables. So, Standard, Season 1 to 6, Season 7, and Season 7 event. As shown in the image... Also, it'll go through each individual ego so you guys will know. As shown in the image, the above following identities and egos will be removed from all extracted items at the start of the season, except the following extractions. Assured extractions, identity, and sinner specific. So if you saved your seasonals, congratulations. Now, here are the Season 6 identities and egos. Crushbound Mersault, Otis, T-Corp, LCCB, W-Corp Heathcliff, Prince Mersault, and Yisang Wu Yisang. I forgot Wu-Sang was the event. And Wu Branch Yisang. In specific target extractions from previous seasons, event and event rewards will still be available from their Sin extractions and their Yisang exchange catalog. So these are the IDs that you cannot get in the next season. You will have to wait. Your greed. Now, let's talk about the dispenser. Okay, you're probably going to want this now. The dispenser is the one that you're probably going to focus on the most, assuming you are not a pull gamer. Guide on the season changes dispenser. Identities and egos from the new season will now be available at the dispenser. You will be able to exchange for IDs and egos from the battle pass, the past battle pass. Please note that the extraction and ego belonging to the season before will be inaccessible. In Season 7, you will be able to Standard Fare, the new season and seasonal event, the previous season, ego, which is Seasons 1 to 6, and ego. You cannot, however, pull Seasonal 6 events and Season 6 event rewards. ID and ego from 2 or more seasons past, you can. Hooray, Seasons 1 to 5, including the event. Here are all of the list of dispensable ego and ID. Season 7 event and 7. Season 1 to 6, pass and ego. You have the Season 1 to 5 event and the Season 1 to 5 event rewards. What you cannot get, the Season 6 events and Season 6 event rewards, as in the previous season. As shown in the image, the following IDs and ego will be removed from the dispenser catalog at the start of the season. Please note they'll still be displayed, but you can't grab them. So, here is everything that is being removed from the season. TLDR, you will no longer be able to dispense C. Gregor, Felbullet Yisang, C. Roger, the Lord of Honglu, Mao Faust, Orshu, Fishmail, but she's Chinese, Wei Branch Don Quixote, but she's a sheep, Thumb Sinclair, Yu Heathcliff Adept, Thumb Mersault, and the Drifting Blade of Hongguan Ryoshu. The ego you will no longer be able to dispense is Crushbound Past. You will also not be able to dispense the event stuff, Otis T Corp, W Corp Heath, Prince of La Mancha Land, Mersault, and Wei. Actually, Wei Sang. Oh, and also you Branch Sinclair. Here is the Season 7 dispenser. So, the following IDs and ego will be added to the catalog. This is what you are able to get. Tears of the Tarnished Blood, Honglu. Tears of the Tarnished Blood, Sinclair. Red Sheet Dawn, and 100 Foot Death Maggot Ishmael. Indican Trial Rodion, Fell Bullet Yi Sang, Thorough Kagia Faust, Sink West Mersault, Zwei Sinclair, the Barber of La Mancha Land, Otis, the Fang Hunt, Ixalu, the Priest of La Mancha Land, Gregory, the Princess of La Mancha Land, Roger, the Manager of La Mancha Land, Don Quixote, and Firefist Gregor. The Ego you will be able to achieve are Christmas Nightmare Fish, Christmas Nightmare Gregor, Thorough Kagia Ryoshu. The IDs LCE, Ego, Ardor Blossom Faust, Kurokomo Clan, Captain Ishmael, Aisho Pak Mao Branch, Ryoshu. You will also be able to get the event rewards, which is Kurokomo Heathcliff, Lantern Sang, and Mao Branch Otis. And those are the IDs. That is everything that will be dispensable next season. No 2 stars this season? No. 2 stars have been taken out back and assassinated. But that is everything that will be able to be dispensed, which is very nice. After that, we have one final thing. The Mirror Dungeon 7 notice. The Mirror Dungeon 7 will be added during Season 7. Who knew? With the Mirror Dungeon 7 update, the pre-existing Mirror Dungeon of Immortality will be closed. Additional details will be made public separately in the Mirror Dungeon 7 update notice, which I will say most likely will happen after the story is finished. Don't think they'll do a mechanic like a blood feast? I hope so. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? And that's it! As you can see, this is a major update. And it was a very, very simple. It's style like saying, they don't talk about Mirror Dungeon stuff until it's the Mirror Dungeon patch. So the Mirror Dungeon patch will explain Starlight. Most likely Starlight will be staying, but it will be reset as per usual, right? So most likely Starlight will be reset. What's the update? This will be on the 31st of December. Okay? This will be on the 31st of December. As you can see here. Let's quickly do a small little speed run. 31st of December, you have all of your shards will be carried over, rounded up. So I'll be losing them. Yes, Starlight has always been lost at the beginning of every season if it had Starlight. So this is not a new thing if they do choose to do that. Now, quick TLDR, Ego shards will be halved, rounded up. The main story and battle pass will be split over 3 individual weeks, unlocking as each week progresses. The updates for the 1st and 25th will be 1 day earlier. Okay? 1 day earlier. So instead of it being on the 1st, it'll be on the 31st. Instead of it being on the 25th, it'll be the 24th. The weekly reset, however, will not be 1 day earlier. The weekly reset will be, as per usual, 1 week after. Well, not 1 week after. It'll be on the same day as the patch, pretty much. We have the new packages, which is for the glorious Battle Pass. We have the ID level increasing to 60. Now we have the 2 most important things I would argue, which is that the new XP luxcavation will be increasing to 666 from 624. If you ask me how much more AXP that is exactly 4,400 XP, which is 1 blue ticket. I think it's 1 blue ticket. Is 1 blue ticket 4,000 or 2,000? Yeah, 1 blue ticket is 4,000, which is 1 blue ticket and approximately half a yellow ticket. So that is about 1.5 more. Then we will also be getting new threads, Congratulations, we'll be getting 2 more thread per clear, which will increase by about 20%. Very, very nice. Which is very, very good. We have the extraction changes, so TLDR, everything in this previous season will remain extractable except for event stuff. Simple. Egos from events will no longer be extractable, but you could only achieve them through targeted banners. The dispenser is essentially removing the season and putting in instead the pass. So pass ego is fine. So season 6 pass ego is all good, but you'll no longer be able to get stuff like Malfaust or Lord Honglu or stuff like that. And the IDs that you will be able to get are essentially everything from the last season, which is season 5. And then the last thing, which will be the mirror dungeon, which will be approximately, guesstimately, I want to say maybe 1 patch after the Kanto is finished. Any illiteracy? Well, that is because this was the guide to the season, but not the actual patch notes. Because here we have the normal patch notes. So let's go over the normal patch notes. This is the December 24th patch. Okay? This is the patch that'll actually come out. This is not the seasonal guide. The seasonal guide is for the 31st. This is for the 24th. So, the number one most important thing is the scheduled update date changes and weekly reward time. Due to Christmas and New Year holidays, December 25th and January 1st will have their scheduled respective updates 1 day earlier. Okay? So, the 25th, 10, will now be the 24th, 10. Mirror Dungeon is still there, guys. Mirror Dungeon is not disappearing. Mirror Dungeon is still active during the next season. And then January 1st will become December 31st. While Season 7 update and the Season 7 pass will be deployed on the 31st, the weekly mission and Mirror Dungeon bonuses will reset on January 1st, the same time as per usual. This is the exact same thing we talked about. In order to minimize confusion, we've prepared the following chart to determine which Season Pass XP will be obtained via X time or via Y time. As you can see here, the exact same thing that we had before, where the 12th, 25th, 12th to the 31st, this is before the patch. So before the patch, you will get Season 6 stuff, and using bonuses will grant you Season 6 XP. After, however, which is the 31st to the 1st, you will be allowed to get Season 7 pass. However, you cannot gain extra pass. Then after the 1st, which will be the official weekly reset, after obviously it's done, you can use your bonuses to claim extra Season Pass XP. Here are the major changes. The Season 6 Battle Pass end date added. That is the only major change. That's pretty much it. Now let's move on to some bug fixes, shall we? Fix an issue where the incorrect damage number would be displayed when Singing Deluge is triggered. Actual damage and cumulative damage values were functioning normally, only the displayed damage has been corrected. Singing Deluge is now usable. Fix an incorrect issue where the damage forecast displayed when enemies inflicted with power down or paralyze use skills. However, an additional fix implemented as the persistence during... Okay, so that was just a fix to their previous fix with stuff doing 0 damage. Fix an issue where under specific conditions, certain voice lines and dialogue text did not match after the illustration was set to Wild Hunt Heathcliff. Once again, Wild Hunt Heathcliff is bugging. EN added a missing translation for one of the N-Corp Felball Yisang's voice line. Relevant voice line, idle voice line. Oh wow. There you go. Yisang is now playable. Steam fix. ENJP. Fix an issue where no pop-up text was displayed when prompting users to run Steam. Verify integrative check due to missing resources. No idea. And iOS. Fix an issue where error code 13,004 would occur on game launch. After an App Store purchase is refunded after being put on hold. iOS is now playable. 1300 lunacy. And much like that, it's a very simple pass. For those who are curious about the trailer, that will be at the end of this week. So, that is it for this patch. As I said, this patch is very simple. The most important thing, obviously, being the entire, well, guide to the season change. That's pretty much it. And yeah, super simple, guys. As you can see here, we are closer and closer to the next season. There you go. Ain't that simple? Ain't that clean? Very